Hey y'all. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Back for another video. This one's gonna be fun. It is about a meme that makes the rounds occasionally. It seems to come in waves, and I'm sure you've seen it. The gist of it is that it's about how people stayed married longer. They used to stay married longer because they came from a time when if something was broken, you fixed it instead of just, whatever. Now, and the people who usually share it are very, it's, more conservative and very proud of the fact that their beloved Nana or Meemaw was married to their, Papa or whatever for, like 75 years. And they hold that as some kind of triumph and testament and the ideal to which everyone should aspire. Now, here's why that's just total bullshit. Your grandpa, your great-grandpa, whoever could have been a raging, abusive, alcoholic asshole. And your great-grandma wasn't going to leave him. And here's why. Because she probably had no real education. She wasn't going to be able to find a job. It was a huge, it was not socially acceptable to be a divorced woman. So what was she going to do? Where was she going to go? How was she going to earn money unless she just put up with it? And she'd probably watched her mom put up with it, and she'd probably been told by people, like, this is just your lot in life. If you're lucky and you get a nice husband, that's great, but that's not what it's about. Because that was so much of what marriage wasn't about. Stars in the eyes and hearts and rainbows. It was business deals and land deals and favor, and there were a lot of reasons to get married. I don't security, protection. You needed to find someone to put up with your ass to carry on the family line so you could get that inheritance. Sometimes it was for the right reasons, sometimes it wasn't. And to imply that a woman now who has the means to take, or a man, to imply that people leave because they don't have, the desire to fix things, or because they don't have the patience or persistence or values, is absolute bullshit. It's really perpetuating, and that's why people don't leave. That's part of why they don't leave bad marriages or bad relationships or anything like that, because they feel already judged before they even do it. They feel judged before they even take that step. So, and this is just perpetuating that, where we've already judged someone before they even leave. People be in a relationship 15, 16, 17 years, and they leave it, and everyone loses their shit. Here's the deal, that's a long time. That's, if it was a good, relationship or bad, and if it was a bad relationship, that's a ridiculously long time. No one should, marriage shouldn't be a life sentence to be abused, to be, miserable. And I know there's a big religious thing, and I've been told this before. The one stupid time I decided to try to get advice, And the big thing they tell you is that marriage isn't meant to make you happy, it's meant to make you holy. And that is just another way they keep women, trapped. Women. If you're in a bad relationship, if you're just not happy, if you got married really young and you've grown up and you've both grown into two different people and you want to go your own happy little way, life's too short. Go before you hate the other person. Go before you're miserable. Go before it's bad. People want to look at the negatives. Look at the positives. It's not that you're giving up. It's that you're freeing both of you to pursue what makes you happy. And yes, it's okay to be happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, you do you. And don't be ashamed, and don't let people make you feel bad because they don't understand, or because they're jealous because they've never had the wherewithal to leave, because they feel like if they do, they'll be less holy or whatever. People couldn't leave bad relationships or bad home situations not that long ago. Now people can, and people should stop telling them that they need to stay put to prove that they can fix it. People need to stop saying you have to earn your way out of a relationship. You don't have to suffer. And I hate the implication that if you aren't suffering, you haven't earned it. I've seen, and what's really disheartening about the whole thing is when you talk to women, older women in nursing homes now, that were in, and it's more often than not, they were in not necessarily bad marriages, but they weren't happy because they had a lot of unmet needs. And this was when, we started really kind of, taking away the village from women. We didn't have, and we were really pitted against each other, and so they were just kind of left to depend on their husbands and kids for all that fulfillment that their husbands and kids weren't able to provide. So they led just really lonely lives. Some were in really bad marriages. And, then their husbands died, and they were able to find a community and talk about it, and to see us, and it, the one thing is they do talk about it, and I'm glad they talk about it, because it means that what they went through wasn't in vain. They can tell their daughters, they can tell especially their granddaughters and their great-granddaughters, don't make the same mistakes I did. And that's very powerful to teach, like, younger women. You don't have to get married, and you sure as hell, don't get married for the wrong reasons. And if you do, that's okay, because you don't have to stay married. It's not a life sentence. If you view it that way, you're viewing it as a punishment, and you need to stop. So you're in a bad relationship, and you need to get out. But so yeah, it really irritates me, especially when I see people who, and it's funny because the people sharing it are usually people who are divorced. Who knows? So, okay guys, so that's just my little random thought for the day while I have my coffee and it kicks in. So if you have any thoughts, I'm sure someone will. Comment below, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.